zombies! We got him. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to go to the range right now, and we're going to go compare these two different SIG P320s. So this is kind of what I was going for originally when I first wanted to buy a gun. You know, a nice competition pistol. And my plan was to everyday carry it, but I realized very quickly, even after just buying this, that's a little bit much for everyday carry. So then I got my everyday carry. So that's for that. But yeah, when I was looking for a gun, I couldn't find anything like this at the gun stores. Couldn't find anything, and this actually wasn't out yet. So I went with a regular SIG P320 M17. You know, it's a super reliable gun. I mean, this is what the military uses now. And the nice thing about SIGs that I found out very quickly was there's so many parts available online that you can kind of build these up as you go. Because the starter price between these is quite a bit. Like, this was $700 stock, and this was about $1,200, $1,150, somewhere in that range. But these both got upgrades after the fact. Like, the red dot does not come on this in that price point. So both of these guns got an Apex forward set trigger bar, which basically, yeah, you see the take up, it's like nothing. Very little. So it feels and it breaks really, really nice. They both got a flat trigger. This is actually the Apex trigger right here. I stole it off of this gun and put it on there. I kind of like this flat trigger a little bit better. I don't know why. I just like the looks better. And then I added this red dot onto this guy, and this thing it's extremely accurate. Even for somebody who's not that accurate, this thing is extreme. With the red dot on especially, this thing is extremely easy to just point, shoot, and you're right there. You're right there. So this M17, you know, I started building it up, and then I saw the Legion came out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get the Legion. But I did start building this up a little bit. So I have a Wilson Combat grip, the Apex forward set trigger bar, an upgraded flat face trigger, and then we have the grip weights installed in the back here. So other than that, this thing is pretty much stock. This is also a polymer grip. It feels like it's aluminum for whatever reason, but this is a polymer grip. Has an aluminum flared magazine well. And here's a big difference that I noticed. So look at the difference in the thickness of the barrel. Do you see how thick that Legion barrel is? Yeah, look at that. Look how thick that is. That's insane. If I can get this camera to focus. Yeah. It's thick. So I was like, okay, I wonder if that's just an aftermarket thing. So, well, I have an aftermarket barrel right here that was rather expensive. This was $150 for this barrel. And no, it is the same thickness as the stock M17 barrel. So that's kind of cool that barrel is super thick. That must play into the accuracy. We have fiber optic front sights instead of just the regular glowy dots. Slide cuts. And the spring inside of this is not like the spring inside of this. The recoil spring is a little bit different. the recoil spring in this, you can pull it out as one piece and it stays together and you kind of put it down. This recoil spring is it's two pieces. It's a rod and a spring. And it came with a 14-pound spring and a 12-pound spring. So I have the 12-pound spring installed right now, which is specifically made for, you know, these 115 grain bullets. I mean, if you go to a higher grain, then maybe you want to put in the, you know, the 14-pound spring. But for 115 grain ammo, it feels so nice. This thing feels incredible. So, like I was saying, this has the same polymer grip, and it also, in the back here, it has a massive. You can kind of see it in the back there. That little shiny bit. It's a huge, huge block in the back. That's a weight to kind of add a little ass end weight onto this thing, because it's actually longer. So this is a full size grip. This is also a full size grip. They're exactly the same in length for the grip, but you can see the barrel. If we line them up, yeah, see, the X5 Legion actually sticks out even a little bit further, so it's even longer. So that must be another play into accuracy. So this thing is, I mean, it's heavier. It's definitely heavier. But it's very hard to feel a huge difference just doing this. I mean, you know it's heavier, but it's not like, it's not that much. And the last thing that I did is I have 8 magazines. I have 8 P320 magazines. And with the base plates that came with this guy, they were just kind of flat and they were this tan color. They would work fine in this gun, but then I tried to use the tan ones in the Legion and they wouldn't fit because of this flared magazine well. So I figure, well, let's try the X5 Legion base plates, which these are aluminum instead of plastic, and they're weighted a little bit, so they're a little bit heavier. So they're supposed to just fall right out of the gun, but they fit in this gun no problem. And I don't think that looks horrible, and I really don't care, because honestly, this is my beater gun now. This is the gun I can go to the range with, fire it off, and if I don't feel like cleaning it, I don't. And I won't feel guilty about it. And if someone comes to the range with me and wants to shoot and doesn't have a gun, well, here you go. You can shoot the Wilson Combat P320 M17. So this does have a slight flared out magazine well here on the Wilson Combat. You can see it's like, yeah, it flares out just a little bit, but you do have the chamfered edges in there. So it is almost like a flared magazine well, kind of. It's not as big as this, but this gun feels amazing. Yeah. Let's load up. Let's go to the range. All right, we're here. Ooh, coffee is good today. You know, some days like coffee sucks. Today it's good. So here's the advantage to 8 magazines, all loaded up, ready to go. We're gonna start with the P320, the regular M17 P320. We'll start with the target up close, aim for a certain spot. Then we're gonna push it all the way to the back, aim for another spot, bring it in, and then we'll do it all over again with this guy, and then we'll compare results. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this sort of through the camera. I'm gonna be just kind of leaned off to the side so you guys can see how this does. So we're gonna aim for the target, I guess the target over the right shoulder. We're gonna aim for that, and then we'll push it out and aim for the center of the body. Okay, eyes and ears. All right, let's get this started. I'm a little high. There we go. We got a ricochet. Okay, that's a full magazine. Let's fix this. All right, now we're gonna send it all the way back. Okay, there it is. All right, we're gonna go for the center of the body because we're so far away now. I can't even tell if I'm hitting. Let's bring that in. So it looks like from far away. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was way off. And then this little group up close, it's not terrible. All right, now we're gonna start with the X5 Legion with the red dot. We're gonna start up close and we're gonna aim for the target over the right shoulder again. Yeah, that's so easy. That with the red dot, it is so easy. I'm able to shoot a little bit faster, and I can already tell that group is a lot better. And this gun just, wherever you're aiming, it goes exactly where you're aiming. It's just so easy to shoot. All right, now we're gonna push it all the way out. All right, now we're gonna aim for the center of the body again. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. so you can see I wasn't, you know, I wasn't taking my time by any means. I was just aiming and shooting. And you can see we, like the first guy right here over the target over the right shoulder, we hit it 10 times there. And then all the way out, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I miss one? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10, 11. So I must have hit here. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, I mean, I hit the target at least every single time with the Legion, even though the first shot was a little off, but then I started to, yeah, that's not bad. All right, so I want to just see if I can feel a difference kind of side by side of recoil on these two guns. So we'll start with the M17 P320. It's not bad. This gun is not bad at all. It's not like the P365. The P365, this little gun kicks, but it's a small gun. All right. The X5 Legion, P320 X5 Legion. Make sure I'm on camera here. This thing is just buttery smooth. I don't know. And it is accurate, man. This thing is incredibly accurate. So let's talk like a value standpoint. P320 X5 Legion versus the base model, you know, the P320 M17. So it is nice that you can upgrade these SIGs. There's a lot of parts available. But let's say you paid 700 bucks for this and you wanted to kind of bring it up to an X5 Legion kind of competition gun. You know, it's gonna get quite expensive. So let's say we have the 700, and for an example, this P365 was $350 for the slide and $150 for the barrel, not including anything else that I did to this. So just for those two things right there, that's 500 bucks. So you take the 700, you know, plus the 500. Now you're already more expensive than the Legion. And the Legion comes with a bunch of other stuff that this doesn't have. So obviously the Legion has this much thicker barrel. It's got the two different springs that you can use, the 12 and the 14. Flared magazine well. It already has a grip weight installed in the back. The stock P320 does not come with anything like that. And you know, slide cuts, you have a fiber optic front sight. This also came with an adjustable rear sight, which I replaced with the red dot. Yeah, just for the money, this gun is worth every single penny. I mean, I highly recommend the X5 Legion. This gun is beautiful. Shoots nice, everything about it is nice. All right, so for those who are interested, otherwise you can just skip this part. We're gonna take these apart and kind of see some of the differences inside, some of the major ones. This is obviously the worst part of going to the range, especially when you're shooting off multiple guns at the same time, is cleaning. And you know, these guns, this is why I wanted a beater gun, you know. See, the tolerances on these P320s are not A little bit of slop there. So these are meant for being like dropped in the mud and just abused and abused and abused. These are like Army combat guns. You know what I mean? Wilson Combat. Yeah, these are combat guns. So the tolerances are loose like that for a reason. So in case you get sand or dirt or whatever in there, or you don't clean it, it should keep going. But even with this competition gun, it's not as bad, but there is still some slop there. So obviously there's better competition guns out there, like the Staccato. I mean, I really want that gun. It's a 2011. It's extremely expensive, and I cannot legally own it in Massachusetts. So yeah, I went with this SIG P320 X5 Legion, but I mean, honestly, for the price point of this gun, you can't beat it. Like the Staccato can go anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000. This is like $1,100 to $1,200. I think it's an excellent price for what you're getting here. This thing is really accurate. It's a nice gun, and it's not too much different in cleaning. So let's start pulling these apart. So here's one of probably, yeah, you can see the fire control units, the FCUs. They are exactly identical. Everything in the FCUs is the same, except the serial number is punched into a different spot on the Legion. Other than that, I don't see any other. Yeah, everything is identical. Yeah, and you can see the little tungsten rods in there. They're not huge, but look at that. Look at that chunk. That's a huge chunk right there. Tungsten weight. That is crazy. So that's, I mean, other than the magazine well and the grip texture on this is really nice. It almost feels like it's metal. Like, I thought this was aluminum for the longest time, but no, this is polymer. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's hard. It's incredibly hard. I think they infused tungsten into this plastic material because, honest to God, this feels heavy, like metal. It doesn't feel like plastic. There's no give to it. Yeah, see, this feels like plastic. It has some give to it, and it's extremely light. But other than that, here's the biggest difference in the slide. So if we pull out the recoil spring on the P320, you can see it's contained all in itself here. Like, the spring doesn't come off without special twisting and prodding and whatever. See, it's just a piece, right? And then other than that, you just have your barrel here. I think pretty much everything else, striker and all the other pieces in here, are exactly the same. And then we take a look at this guy, which you have to be careful because this thing will hit you right in the face. Oh yeah, spring the things right out. And you can see, yeah, it's two different pieces. So this definitely makes it a little bit easier to clean, and you can see it's color coded here. So this is the 12-pound spring, and I have another one that's 14 pounds. And then the barrel in this is a monster. Yeah, see that? And it's longer. It's much thicker. Yeah, and it will not fit. So the Legion barrel will not work in the regular P320. And the regular P320 barrel, obviously, yeah, it will not work in the Legion slide because there's too much slop. Other than that, yeah, everything else in here is the same, except this. The Legion does not have a bullet indicator. This does. It has this little bullet indicator, which indicates if you have one in the chamber or not, which I don't really care about that. And then, yeah, obviously fiber optic front sight, and it comes with different fiber optics. You have different colors you can choose from. These are just your standard sights. And for cleaning, this thing is absolutely beautiful. This bore snake just kind of does everything in one foul swoop. You know, it's got the wire brush built into the rope right here. Then it gets thicker and thicker as it goes towards the end. And it does everything all in one swipe. So you can spray the CLP in there, wire brush it, and then squeegee it out with you know, clean rag, and you can wash this. Yeah, it takes a few steps and puts it into one. I highly recommend these bore snakes. Pretty nice. I might try to get one for my rifle. And actually coming very, very soon, we're going to be rebuilding this. So I already have, I have an AR grip, and I have an AR buffer tube sitting right there, and I have an AR buttstock coming, and I have a whole new chassis system coming for the M1A. We're gonna rebuild that into a monster. Alright, so I got everything wiped down, and I wanted to show this. This is the upgraded piece in both of these guns right here. You can see it says Apex. This is the forward set trigger bar that was replaced, and this trigger. But basically, once I get everything cleaned, CLP, use a plastic wire brush, you know, give it a brushing, wipe everything down the best you can, use Q-tips. Then I like to put everything back together. And it took me a while to figure out the trick here. But you start this, you gotta start this in on a certain angle. Okay, and then once you pop it through, you wanna have it straight across like this, not up and down. If you have it straight across like this, it pops right in. Then you can fold it back. Now I like to put just a little bit of oil on the outside of this barrel because it is sliding in and out. And the spring, I usually don't go too crazy with the spring. I just kind of wipe it, add a little bit of oil, feed that in. Now, I don't see many other people doing this next step, but this is kind of something that I do. You can see the CLP. Well, we need to put a little bit of oil here, a little bit of oil there. 4 contact points here. Little bit. Function check. Beautiful. Okay, now that's good. So here's the thing. This thing's covered in CLP. You can see it's kind of glossy looking. It's kind of oily and slippery. So I kind of clean my hands off. And then I take some Windex and I spray it on a microfiber rag. And then I come in and I just do this on the outside. You know, the inside doesn't matter. It can be CLP and slippery, and it's fine on the inside. It's helping to protect and lubricate and do all that. But on the outside, I don't know. I kind of like the factory matte finish, and I don't like the gun all slippery and slimy. Then I'll take a clean microfiber rag. And just wipe it all down. And look at that. We've got our nice matte finish back. It's nice and clean. It's not slimy and slippery. And she's good to go. So if you're in the market for a competition style gun, I would definitely, you know, give the SIG P320 X5 Legion a quick look over, because it's pretty nice for the money. And yeah, you could get the P320 M17 and build it up slowly. Just know that you're going to end up spending more in the end. And I still don't know that you're going to get what, you know, the X5 Legion has to offer, really. And real quick before we go, a quick shout out to Felix Garza. He contacted me a while ago about possibly buying some brass and copper bars, but yeah, honestly, I think it would be wise for me to sit on them for a little while, because I will definitely get what I'm asking for, but I'm gonna have to sit on them for a little while. So we couldn't really come to an agreement there, but you know, he's been a huge help. He's been going out and he's been getting me all kinds of subscribers. I've noticed the subscriber count has gone way up lately, and Felix, I greatly appreciate that. And I am going to do a giveaway, though. When we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, I will give away a few copper and brass bars. I'm probably going to just go through the comment section, kind of go back in some videos and see kind of this one, that one was commenting, and then, you know, I'll pick a few random people, and if you're interested, then, you know, I'll ship one out to you as a thank you, because we are this close. I think I need like 22 more subscribers, and we'll be able to monetize the channel, which would be nice if, you know, YouTube would send some money back this way that we can take and reinvest into the channel. And at 1,000 subscribers, I can't imagine it's going to be much, but anything helps. You know what I mean? Anything helps. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. If you are subscribed, I really appreciate all of the support. Leave a comment. Pushy the thumbsy up button. See you later. What in the hell? Nancy Pelosi, what are you doing here? Get out of here.